You're probably wondering how I got myself into this. Well, it all started with this piece of crap dart. Help. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We got our 73 Dart Sport in the garage. So we're gonna get this hood popped. We're gonna get this hood off. We're gonna pull this SLANT 6 out. You ready?
So ready.
We're missing a spring, so there we go. I can't get up. All right, let's get you in here, see what we're dealing with. All right, so this SLANT 6, it's seen better days. We suspect probably a gone lifter, 2 stuck valves. We're not real worried about it because now it's coming out of here.
We got this.
Yeah, we do got this.
No, this. Yeah.
Okay, so this was a Chevelle Monte Carlo or
El Sprinte.
well, any of those, yeah. We would have no problem just taking this all apart and putting it back together. We've done plenty of those. But for this, first SLANT 6, first MOPAR, we are going to bag and tag everything. We're going to get lots of pictures of everything prior to. Sam's going to handle that for me. And then we'll start getting this out of here. Probably start with that Redditor.
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 What?
This is what was holding the lower hose on.
Oh, that's what's holding the lower hose on?
Yep. Well, what?
Was? Yeah.
It's a drippy now.
I don't think it's very springy anymore. Okay. Well, that's comprehensive. So, there's 2 tranny lines down there apparently. There's 1 more radiator hose. We got these core support bolts. I'm trying to get this AC compressor off. So that'll be my next mission. Alright, tranny lines are out. Sam's now getting the radiator support line, or wow. Well, there's 4 bolts on each side of the radiator on this one that hold it in, so she's gonna get those out. I am still working on this AC compressor. We removed quite a few bolts, still not loose. Most of our wiring has been taken off. Alternator, AC compressor, belts, Redditor, a lot of support braces. I do still have power steering pump. The only thing really left right now, other than if we're going to take the power steering off, crossmember bolts, exhaust. I sprayed that down pipe down with PB. Drive shaft bolts. And this thing should come out of here. Alright, day 2, hoping to get this motor out before the weekend so we can tear into it. And you can barely see, but this is the exhaust. And that is actually turning loose, which is crazy. I broke it loose with a cheater bar. It's actually coming out okay. That is nuts.
We have not had any bolt fight us on the Slant 6 the entire time yet. Shouldn't have said that before I do the other one. Let's keep going. Man, those did actually both come out perfectly fine. Every bolt on this motor has come out fine. This car wants to live. That's all I'm saying. The car wants to live. Bella, the car wants to live. She agrees. Actually, all she wants to do is go for an RADE. If I'm understanding this right, that's cruise control. Whenever we get this thing all back working, if we can make that work again, that'd be neat. Just hold on, little dart. Hold on. The next 4 months is going to be a little bit of rough, but it's going to be good. We're going to get that motor out of you. We're going to clean you all up. We're going to fix your cancer. We're going to wrap you in green. We're going to get rid of those little baby wheels. And then that dog is going to ride in you everywhere. Right, Bells? Right? RIDE? Yeah. Fine, I guess I should just say it. You're going to go for a ride, aren't you? I got serious. My perpetually flat tires are perpetually flat. Put more slime in them. Jacked up the front. And I'm going to spin these suckers around. Now this is kind of a, you know, spray and pray here. Considering the shape these are in. Ow! Wires in the hand. But, as stated in my last video, I'm not keeping these little 14s. I'm definitely not putting good tires on them. I don't even have bad tires to put on them. Well, nothing that can be worse than these. I mean, these are pretty shot. So I'm not surprised they're going flat. But I'm also not giving up. Okay, so anybody who watches my channel knows I'm a GM guy and probably thinks I'm crazy for bringing home MOPAR. But whatever metal they were using for these bolts, I've probably said it a million times in this video, it's superior, because this car was not exactly well taken care of. Now, when I climb under here, my battery went dead, so I had to go old school with a shop light that my dad bought in like 2005. I absolutely love this crossmember design. 4 bolts, both sides. I mean, that's nice. And I really like how this trans mount is. The stupid pipe wasn't in my way. That just looks like a good way to make a trans mount. These are so much easier. I mean, I like this. I like everything about this crossmember design. Hopefully these bolts don't fight me either. But, yeah, I'm absolutely loving this car. Also, whatever exhaust they used, this one is broken back there. Came off in the front. Overall, there's no holes or anything in it. I'm not going to reuse it. I'm just impressed. Also, the entire bottom of this car is fairly clean. Like, I don't see any rust holes in the floor pans, trunk pan, well, other than the one spot I showed you. I'm impressed. I love it. So yeah, again, this bolt, 2 bolts there, 1 bolt here, and boom, crossmember out. Then the drive shaft, then the motor's ready to come out. Alright, drive shaft's out. Like everything else, it came out pretty good. I don't feel any weird play there, but back here, the rear U-joints just barely move. I'm gonna replace it anyway. I'm just kind of looking at everything. I can't believe this car so far. I'm just, if it keeps going like this, whew. Not sure if I mentioned this earlier, but we found their spare key in the engine bay. They had that hidden away inside there. Alright, so it is finally the weekend, which means I get to pull
this Slant 6 out. Figured I would check up on all my babies. Watch the dogs attack each other. Alright, let's go pull this frickin' motor. So it is apparently this bolt right here in the center of the engine that if you're only removing just the motor and you hook that one up, you can take this engine out at a 30-degree angle and leave the hood on, according to my book, which is interesting. If you're pulling both the engine and transmission, it is this bolt hole here and this bolt hole here, which will also achieve a 30-degree angle. I'm baffled. Good engineering. Oh. Well, she sure seems like she's ready to come out of there. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and drop the car on the ground. Should be good to go. Getting just a little more tranny fluid out of that transmission before I go up and over. This came out pretty well overall, other than I got my ass kicked by those motor mounts. In my defense, Slant 6 motor mounts are way different than small block Chevy or big block Chevy or Pontiac motor mounts. Hi, dog. Are you a fluffy dog? Get on up there. Hello. Hello, are you here to help me? You're gonna get dirty if I pet you. I can't pet you, buddy. I'm too dirty. I'm too dirty. I'm sorry. Heave! 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 I think it's sitting on my rock, my cherry picker just a little bit. That's okay. That is okay. I can move that. Oh. That's what happened. My tire went flat. I might have to get new wheels before I do much else on this. So where a second person would be great. Alright, let's go back a little. Without hitting my car. Woo! Alright. It's almost out. Just gotta get over this nose. Sweet. So one thing I'm noticing here, this engine bay is actually in really good shape. I don't see any through rust anywhere. I don't see any of that. In fact, the paint even looks like it's in good shape. They did have some damage in the past down there. Looks like I got the AC condenser too. I think I can fix that. The rest of this, looking pretty good. Now the SLANT 6, out of here, not too bad. I think I mentioned I had a little snafu with the motor mount bolts. My dog's barking. Very dirty, obviously. That tranny fluid, nice and pink. So that's a good sign. Other than that, fairly uneventful. Now the next stage of this is tomorrow. Sam's gonna have to break this whole engine down, rock that out, because that's our next video. This thing was 100% bone stock factory. Kind of cool though. So some people may be wondering, why the SLANT 6? Why are we rebuilding it? Why are we worried about it? Well, for starters, my transmission is only going to fit a SLANT 6, so I'd have to get another one of those on top of another motor if I wanted to do a V8 swap. For two, this K-member ain't gonna work. It's not like I can go to the junkyard and get one, and sure I can buy one, but that's a lot of money. For three, let's think about this. A SLANT 6 is one of the most legendary engines in American automotive history, let alone Dodge history. So, it'd be an awful shame just to throw something like that away, being a piece of American history. Another thing is, they have a forged steel rotating assembly from 1960 to 1980. Now, while this rotating assembly might be ridiculously overweight, as far as that crankshaft goes, it is ridiculously strong, which means it'll hold up the boost. And you know what is cool? A SLANT 6 that comes up, or that pulls up and has a turbocharged SLANT 6 in it. Has it been done before? Yes. Have I ever seen one? No. Have I even heard of anybody who knew someone who had one? No. But I saw one on YouTube once. That being said, always wanted my own. I think that's what we're going to do to this thing. And that's why we're keeping the SLANT 6. So this little dart we picked up for 800 bucks. The rust is minimal. I've gotten a damn good look at the underside the last couple of days. We don't have any holes in the floor, it doesn't look like. We have one hole in the trunk that we made. You know, there's some hail dents. So that's not a bad deal. The engine, God willing, the block is rebuildable, the head is rebuildable, the transmission, fluid's pink. I'm betting it got parts for the lifter. We can rebuild that. We have all the glass, we have all the trim. The pieces that are messed up in the interior are replaceable. So, I mean, we are going to do all of that. Why do it to this car? I got a thing for the underdogs. Would it be cheaper and sometimes make more sense to just go buy one that's already running and in better shape? Yeah, probably. I got this for $800. I'm gonna have to put God knows what into it. I could go buy a running, driving, you know, Dart Sport, Duster, whatever, for $3,000. That'd be cool. Nothing wrong with that. I like to do all of this stuff. I like to tinker. I mean, even if I didn't have a YouTube channel, I would still be doing what I'm doing. Even if I had $1 million, I would still be doing what I'm doing. I don't know why. It is a curse. I like cars that are like this, and I like putting them back on the road, and I enjoy that. I mean, and this car has been probably the friendliest old school classic car, muscle car, whatever you want to call it. This one has been the friendliest that I have ever worked on. Had the pleasure of working on, I should say. Because while it may not look like much, I've had cars that were much nicer that I had to fight every nut, every bolt, every wiring connector. Nothing wanted to come apart. Everything wanted to fight me. Some stuff even got damaged sometimes, just trying to get stuff apart. And then I'd have to fix that. This thing, just everything worked for me. Granted, I'm a little bit older now, maybe I'm getting better. But, you know, little skill, little luck, and I think this car's got a soul. And its soul wants to be on the highway. And that is exactly what we are going to do. We are going to rebuild this. We are going to make it drivable. We're going to get these brakes, and actually the brakes somehow do work, which is remarkable. The horn still works, for crying out loud. We're going to get all of that going. We're going to get that SLANT 6 back in here. We're going to get this interior not smelling like a rat nest and actually comfortable and nice, like how we did the Monte Carlo. And this is going to be, until we eventually turbo it, this is going to be the grocery getter. This is going to be the 3 seasons out of the year. Drive it to work, get however much mileage a 1-barrel SLANT 6 gets, and just rock out in this thing. I want it to be comfortable, I want it to be reliable, I want it to just go. And if a car could, you know, had a soul and it's got its own attitude, this attitude is already saying, let's go. She might not be fast at first. She's still gonna roll. And she's gonna look good doing it. If you saw our vinyl wrap video, that's what we're planning on doing to this. It's gonna be a very, very, very loud color. It's gonna have not 14s on it. Definitely a more aggressive wheel. Definitely a wider wheel. It's gonna have window tint. It's gonna have the interior reupholstered. Probably not much changing in the interior other than that. But it's gonna look good. This one, our 100% main primary goal is, well, I should say the main goal is going to be to make it run really good and reliable. But second to that, we are doing our first full body, literally everything. You know, not a freaking hail dent, not a scratch, not a dent, not a ding, not a do. Perfect. Or as perfect as we're gonna get it. Which being our first time, there's probably still gonna be a little things here and there that we missed. And then we're gonna vinyl wrap it. And it is going to look good. Now then at that point, I'll probably be cursed and have to leave it in the garage all the time because it'll actually be shiny. But I'm really excited. This is one of the coolest projects I think we've embarked on thus far. It's our first MOPAR. And it's definitely going to be, I don't know, the flagship, so to speak, of Dented Dreams Garage. When we're taking it to car shows, we can get this done by Hot Rod Power Tour. That would be really cool to drive it on that. Next year we might go to the No Name Nationals, take this. Who knows what we're gonna do? All we know is this is gonna be cool, this is gonna be fun, and I am excited. So if you like what we're doing, like and subscribe. And watch out for the next video where we take that Slant 6 and Sam is actually going to break that all the way down. We're going to check out the condition of it. Thanks for watching.